Hey everybody, welcome back to Guys Night Live. I'm Jesus, and welcome to another edition of Halloween Nights. Today we're going to be talking about a 1993 film called Body Bags. Body Bags was directed by John Carpenter and Tobe Hooper, and it's another anthology film like I've talked about before with Tales from the Dark Side and Creepshow. But Body Bags was came out in 1993. Like I said, directed by John Carpenter, Tobe Hooper, and Larry Solkins. So you had a lot of heavy hitters in this movie. The movie stars. So it's an anthology. So just kind of like I said before with Tales from the Dark Side, it has a wraparound, and then it has three stories, and then the wraparound on the end. Well, the wraparound is John Carpenter. He's playing the coroner, and it's kind of like really campy, kind of not comedic, but kind of. And he's kind of like the coroner, and every time he goes to like a body bag, it's like the person that's dead, and he's telling them like a story about that person. And so the segments in each of these stories is pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, the movie could have been better. I like the idea of like a coroner telling stories of what happened to the deceased and everything, and then you see the stories in the segments. But I mean, if I'm 100% honest, this isn't my favorite movie. With so many heavy hitters such as John Carpenter and Tobe Hooper, and Wes Craven has the cameo, and other actors. It just the movie wasn't as good as it could have been. I mean, you have John Carpenter in the movie. You have Tom Arnold, Tobe Hooper, Wes Craven makes a cameo. Sam Raimi makes a cameo. You have a lot of people in this movie. Stacy Keach is in the movie. Mark Hamill is in the movie. So it's a pretty good production. Kind of flew under the radar in the 90s, but let's just get to it. It's got three segments of the film. The first segment is the gas station, and then there's hair, and then eye, which is weird because you think that maybe the last two segments, one was called hair and then the other one was called eye, and you think maybe the first one would be called hand or something. I don't know, but the first one is called gas station, and it's by far way better than the other two. I mean, I'll explain it. So the gas station segment, a lady starts a job at a gas station. It's like, I think it's her first day on the job or one of her first days on the job, and she's working like the midnight shift. And the ambience of this is like it's almost like a gas station, not in the middle of nowhere, but like it's not like a very busy city gas station. So there seems like there's like a couple miles or a few miles between other destinations or the landmarks. So she's kind of like she's by herself, and she's working the attendants, and it sets up with a lot of people coming to the gas station, drunk people filling up, people talking, and it's a pretty good setup. It's a great segment because there's a killer on the loose, and she's locks her keys in the gas station like box or whatever, fishbowl or whatever it is, and she's trying to escape the killer, and there's these twists and turns and all these things. So it is by far the best segment of the movie, and I probably would have saved it for the end, but I mean it kind of kicks it off with a notch. But yeah, gas station definitely the best segment of this movie, and so there's a lot of things that happen. Not going to spoil it, but she kind of like I'm not gonna say she escapes, but I mean yeah. You just watch it and you'll see what happens. But it's a lot of good practical effect kills, a lot of good twists and turns, creepy shots, creepy moments, and just the setup of the atmosphere is perfect on this one. The next segment is hair, and it's weird because this one was probably my least favorite, and this one was like directed. This segment was directed by John Carpenter, but the segment hair stars Stacy Keach. And he's kind of like a insecure midlife crisis. I think he's about like 45, 50 in the movie. And he's like balding, and he wants to get a hair transplant. And so pretty much the movie is kind of like setting up him being insecure and getting older, having a midlife crisis, and just having people not look at him how he's used to be looked at. And so he gets a hair transplant. And then like as the movie goes on, that he's, it's good at first, obviously. Like he's got luscious hair, locks and luscious hair, and then he's starting to get sick, and kind of like scabs are going out, and kind of rashes and all these things. And then he starts realizing that things are growing out of his hair, and it's kind of like I don't know if it's like aliens or if it's just like monsters or little bugs or something, but it's just revealed that like kind of like there's like a little science experiment gone wrong with him. Um, it's creepy. It's a little body horror gross, but it's not like creepy, and nothing really happens. I mean, like the pretty much point of the that segment is that he had a bad transplant, and these aliens or bugs or whatever on his hair are starting to eat him and kind of destroy him from the inside out. And that's pretty much it. It's gross, but it's not really creepy or scary. And then the last episode or the last segment is and that was directed by Toby Hooper, and that one stars Mark Hamill, and he's a minor league baseball player who's about to be called to majors, but he gets he gets in a car accident on the way home. Like he's excited getting called to majors, and it's just like raining. He gets in a car accident, and his right eye gets gouged out, and so then like he gets a surgical or whatever. They put a new eye in him, but he starts having nightmares about killing women, and he's like assaulting them and all these things. And so it turns out that like the eye that he got was from a serial killer and stuff like that. And so he pretty much the whole episode revolves about like all these crazy things. If you've ever seen the movie The Eye, it's kind of like that in a sense, but like, or if you've ever seen the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons Hell to Pay, it's where Homer gets a toupee from Snake, and he's like going on a killing spree because the hair is like controlling him. It's almost like that in a sense. But anyway, so he's getting like possessed or controlled by the eye, and then he's trying to kill his wife or girlfriend. And I'm not going to spoil it once again, but it's definitely a better segment. And then the epilogue is, John Carpenter's talking to the audience, and the fourth, wall's broken. And then he kind of gets into a body bag, and it turns out that he's kind of like, he's not the coroner, he's dead. But he's just talking to us the whole time and whatever. So pretty good movie. Could have been better. Like I said, definitely the gas station is the best segment for sure. And then with Mark Hamill, and then Hair is the least, segment. I feel like they could have done so much more with this movie and the anthologies of segments, but once again, they did what they did, and definitely check it out. It's a campy movie by John Carpenter and Toby Hooper. And so I'm Jesus from Guys Not Lab, and I'll catch you in the next Halloween Nights. Take care. Bye.